Hello there, seems like it's time for a skincare update. I love sharing updated everyday makeup videos, but we haven't had a skincare catch up for a while, and I have some fantastic new finds alongside old favourites. Opening up my bathroom cabinet and chatting you through the morning and evening routine of a beauty editor like it's a flat lay version of a Vogue video. I do always like to mention that everyone's skin is so different and there are so many variables to consider, so I can only share my personal experience with products and encourage you to do more research if a formula does stand out to you. My skin is normal to dry, so I like to focus on hydration and barrier support for smooth, bouncy skin. Every morning I splash my face with cold water, then use mist, essence for extra hydration in winter, moisturizer and SPF, and on cooler winter nights I double cleanse, use my LED mask on clean dry skin, then mist, essence, serum and a heavier moisturizer. I use some products morning and night because I enjoy them so much. You'll see some familiar Cosrx friends here, so I'm happy to have partnered with YesStyle for this video. That's where I stock up on Korean beauty with international shipping, a fantastic brand list and great prices. They've kindly given me a code for you too. Matilda on video takes 10% off YesStyle orders over $49 if you're doing some Cosrx browsing or checking out other brands too. Onto the routine. I skip a morning cleanse and splash my face with cold water. Getting specific, but I love Risore face washes. They're made with antibacterial fibers and stay quite soft, so I always pat my face dry with one of those, then make it damp again with a spritz of Aven thermal spring water. I've been using this for years. Simple and soothing, nice even spray, and I keep an eye out for 2-for-1 deals on this biggest size at local chemists. Essence is an essential evening step for me, but I often add it in the morning too in winter. I don't know how many bottles I've gone through at this point. Product of choice is Cosrx Advanced Snail Mucin Power Essence. I always snap up backups of this K-beauty icon on YesStyle. It's a little more viscous than a serum, but so hydrating, calming and repairing. The post-spot redness reducing benefits have been real for me. Winter morning moisturizer, Weleda Skin Food Light. Some of you might use the original ointment-like skin food in harsher winters, but I like that this thinner version works in easily for smooth, nourished skin, made with calming plant extracts and a calming citrusy lavender scent. Other days, I'm happy with a lighter moisturizer texture like Cosrx All-in-One Cream. I talked about this in my K-Beauty catch-up video a couple of months ago. It came highly recommended because it's like a juicier version of the Hydrating Calming Essence. Stringy at first, but I really massage it in and it ends up feeling so light and silky. Finally, SPF is part of my day every single day, even in winter. UV rays can get you on cloudy days too. Ultraviolet Supreme Screen SPF 50+ will come as a shock to absolutely no one. This Aussie SPF feels hydrating and creamy like a moisturizer. We've made it to evening skincare time, what I look forward to all day. As a first cleanse, I like swiping Bioderma Sensibio all over my face, a gentle micellar water makeup remover, and even on skincare days alone, you'd be surprised how discoloured a cotton round can look from dust and sweat and city life. Then I've been alternating between 2 new cleansers. New cleansers, new me. Aven Clénance served my skin well for so many years, but I wanted to branch out this year and fell for 2 fantastic formulas. First, Fortuna Skin Cleansing Oil Balm. This comforting, luxurious balm's triple texture technology means it melts from a balm to an oil. Then when you add water, it's milky, like a double cleanse in one that makes my skin feel fresh and clean but nourished too. I love this sustainably sourced olive oil related range from Sicily, but it is a splurge, so I'll leave a code below. Then Malibu-based brand Osea's Ocean Cleanser, a gel with nourishing oils, glycerin, their signature seaweed, and lactic acid, so it's gently exfoliating. I've loved using this a few times a week instead of a separate exfoliant. It keeps my skin smooth and clear, helps reduce the frequency of breakouts, and improves the appearance of some larger pores around my nose. Out of the shower, put my pajamas on, and I use my Omnilux LED mask on dry, cleansed skin. I've used it since 2021, but it's become a proper weeknight ritual in recent months. I'd describe the benefits of LED as subtle but substantial, little things that don't look different initially but add up over time, like boosting collagen production and reducing fine lines and redness. Much less redness for me now, that's been my most noticeable difference, and I love having a designated 10 minutes to just unwind and watch replays of the Matilda's World Cup goals. LED masks are certainly a big purchase, but if you're a regular facial or luxury skincare spender, you can end up saving in those areas, and I have an OmniLux code that takes 10% off. After masking, it's back to the bathroom, and I start with a spritz of Aven to help the next steps sink into my skin. Then Cosrx Snail Mucin Essence is back. I pat and tap in 3 pumps to begin my hydrating routine. Snail Mucin isn't the snail trails you see in the garden, don't worry. Mucin is what snails produce to protect themselves, which is why it works nicely for our skin barrier too. And Cosrx collect that mucin in an environment that's stress-free and friendly for the little snails. There's info on their website. 2 hydrating serums I've been swapping between. La Roche-Posay Cicaplast B5 serum has become a firm favourite onto my second bottle, and it's just about empty. I already love their calming Cicaplast Bomb B5 and juicy Cicaplast B5 sheet masks, so this serum is a lovely repairing companion with 10% vitamin B5. So silky and cooling, like a milkier version of the Glossier Super Bounce texture I've always enjoyed, but even more thirst quenching. More recently, I've been trying Allies of Skin Multi-Hyaluronic Antioxidant Hydration Serum. This includes different forms of hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, antioxidants, and peptides for intensely hydrated, plump skin with skin barrier strengthening benefits too. I'm sure you're sensing a trend here. It does have a strong, earthy scent. Allies is all about supercharged, effective ingredients, no fluffs, so I don't need it to smell sweet. 3 luxurious winter moisturizers. I finally tried the luxury moisturizer, Augustinus Bader the Rich Cream, and loved it. I didn't want to love it because it's crazy expensive, but it really did do everything everyone said it does. Right down to that video where Bobbi Brown says it makes her skin look so good she applies less makeup. Noticeably smoother, more even skin tone, bought it in a sale, a drop left to show. The texture surprised me. For a rich cream, it was thinner than I expected, nowhere near as thick as the next 2. Skin Fix Barrier Plus Triple Lipid Peptide Cream was added to my rotation just over a month ago. I'd heard great things over the years. Esthetician Rio Vera Newton says she adores this as a final step to lock in moisture. Lipids, peptides, hyaluronic acid, glycerin, shea butter, but I was pleasantly surprised that it feels slightly whipped. Still really rich, but it's buttery smooth, not greasy or heavy. Not as intense as the grand finale, Glossier Afterbomb. This moisture barrier recovery cream, full name, is decadent, thick and occlusive, so it seals in moisture like slugging. Just starting a new pot, it's so comforting and cocoon-like, meant to be a puffer jacket for your skin. Half the price of Skin Fix, 1/10 the price of Augustinus Bader, but it almost feels more luxurious to me. It melts slightly as you massage it in with a beautiful balmy sheen and skin that still feels hydrated in the morning. I've used it year-round, but it's been so helpful in Australian winter, so I can only imagine how nice it'd feel in Canadian, New York, Midwest winters. My new top Glossier product by a mile. As a finishing touch, if I do have any unwanted breakout visitors, I pop on a Cosrx Acne Pimple Master Patch to avoid popping the pimple, helping it heal, keeping it clean, and extracting oil for a spot that looks substantially less red and a lot better the next day. It does need to stick on properly, so I use a cotton bud to gently dry the exact area, then the patch can hang on. Thank you for almost joining me in my bathroom for that routine, and thank you to YesStyle for working with me again. I loved hearing from lots of fellow Cosrx fans in the comments of a recent video. Please let me know how your skincare cabinet or shelf or sanctuary is looking lately. Any new formulas you've fallen in love with this year, or reliable picks you keep buying backups of. Talk me through your steps. Thanks for watching. See you next time.